Today's episode explores perseverance through frustration and the freedom that comes from releasing old patterns. Namaste invites us to relax our bodies and soften our grip. Self-compassion reminds us to laugh along the way. Guided by Jana, our moment of Zen reflects on the difference between talking about awakening and actually living it. Stick around to find out what I'm talking about. Namaste, Witchlings. Welcome, 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 one and all to Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, and we take just a moment to honor the day, listen to the cards, and tend to ourselves along the way. Now, whether you're returning or joining us for the very first time, I am so glad you're here. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome. I am Di, your yoga witch and guide, and this is your daily pause for reflection, insight, and care. So, go grab your favorite crystal. I'm playing with a labradorite palm stone. Light a candle or some incense. Settle in with coffee, tea, or whatever fills your mug today, and let's step into today's wisdom and self-care together. Now, if this space resonates, don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing because it helps our Witchling community grow. And speaking of growing our community, you can now join our channel here as a Witchling member. Your membership helps me keep creating all this magic, and it does let us stay connected in deeper, far more meaningful ways. So, if you feel called to support this channel and you can financially afford it and would like to step just a little closer into the coven, go ahead and tap that join button and come on in. No birthday today, but we do have someone we are lighting the candle for. And I forgot to trim the wick again. All right, my witchlings. As I light our flame today, may it shine as a beacon of hope for those finding their way through the dark. We hold this light in remembrance and solidarity with survivors and victims of gun and domestic violence, for our witchlings and their loved ones facing those difficult moments, and in honor of yesterday's victim, Nicole Renee Good, lighting her way gently and respectfully through the veil while keeping all of them within our sacred circle. And now, with the lighting of our candle, our circle is now closed, and we extend an invitation to the ancestors to join us here today. Some righteous vengeance would be appreciated. They've named him, and that's all I'm going to say. Hey, Bean. Hey, Bean, how are you doing today? How was school? Yes, I am such a mom. I know this. Hey, the last time we talked to Bean, she was headed out the door to go to school after wielding the banhammer. I was impressed. All right, there's that cup of coffee. There were a lot of really rude and mean people last night. All right, coffee is now swapped around, but I know. But I do need to grab a paper towel now because I just spilled. Oh, it's okay. Little spill. Cleans up easily. Ha, yay. All right. How are you guys doing out there? We're kind of just surviving. That's Bean, Andrea. You know, Scene Bean, which was a really cute screen name. Boo, boo, boo. I'm still just kind of in shock from yesterday. There are no words. None at all. All right, y'all. So we are going to move on to happier and more cheerful things. Let's go ahead and take a look at what holidays and observances are showing up here today. And please, 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 my witchlings, tell me how you plan to honor today's holidays in your magic. Let me know in the comments. We have some fun holidays today. We are starting with National Word Nerd Day. Tell me that's a fun one to say, word nerd. Anyway, National Word Nerd Day. Today celebrates the magic of words, the ones we read, write, speak, and spell into being. Words shape stories, relationships, movements, and realities. Whether you're a poet, a reader, a ranter, or a quiet journal keeper, today honors your love affair with language and meaning. Now, what words are you using with yourself lately? Are they kind, curious, and true, or are they sharp and heavy? Choose one word today that feels nourishing and let it guide how you speak, write, and think. I think my word is compassion today. All right, next. It is Play God Day. This is going to be interesting. This day isn't about domination. It's about creation, responsibility, and awareness. Play God Day invites reflection on power, how we shape outcomes, influence others, and co-create our lives. It asks us to notice where we act intentionally and where we act without considering the consequences. Now, our question is, where do you have agency right now, and how are you using it? Creation without care becomes control. Creation with compassion becomes service. Choose the latter. And now we have Balloon Ascension Day. This one just sounded interesting. Balloon Ascension Day is about release and elevation, watching something rise as you let go of your grip. It's a reminder that not everything we hold belongs with us forever. Some things are meant to be offered to the sky and trusted to the wind. Now, our question here is, what are you ready to release today? Maybe an old belief, a heavy story, or even a lingering worry. You don't have to force it, just loosen your hold and let it rise. Those are our holidays, my loves. Yep. Yeah. I'm not happy with my country right now. How do we not excuse, but how do we move on from something this awful? You know? How do we go back to just daily life, especially after all of the crap that we have survived in the last few months? Yes, exactly. I don't want to talk about it much, but I know we kind of need to, because especially those of us here in the States, we're trying to process this shit. And yeah. That I guess that's part of what I'm here for too, is to help my friends and my witchlings process some of this. Yep, execution, y'all. Cold blood. I am debating having a small ritual before. I am trying to decide if I want to do a short ritual tomorrow before we do Friday night guided meditation, just to bring peace and compassion back to my countrymen. This is not what I signed up to defend. I swore an oath to support and defend my Constitution and thereby my country. And I am looking at what is going on in this country, and I am horrified. I yeah, as the man behind the curtain says, well, at least we're not hiding the fact that we're pieces of shit anymore, right? All right. Yeah, I know. I know. I guess he's fixed the fact that we have so many people wanting to immigrate to the United States. Nobody wants to come here anymore. It's not safe. Okay. I'm going to say that is going to be the last thing I say on this for a little bit. Hey, Chloe. Chloe's timing, as always, is perfect. Let's go ahead and check out what the Oracle cards are saying today. Oh, dear God. I could have interpreted these completely differently. Take a listen to what the Oracle cards are saying and let me know what you guys think. All right. Okay, thank you. Our first card is the feelings are mutual. Next, it's never over. There we go. Last but not least, some people never change. Oh, is it not? There we go. Better? Better. Some people never change. Do I need to do all three cards again? Okay. All right, y'all. All together, what are the cards saying? Well, do I need to wait a second? No. Okay. Even though the feelings are mutual, there's an unspoken understanding that it's never over, no matter how much time passes or circumstances shift. Certain bonds don't dissolve, they transform, lingering beneath the surface. And yet, some people never change, lessons repeat, patterns resurface, and life continues to move forward, asking us to accept what is, carry what remains with grace, and keep walking our own path as the story unfolds. That's our oracles today. And now, my friends, let's see what the unicorns are screaming. Perseverance pays off as frustrations ease, unhealthy patterns loosen, and a long-stalled situation finally begins to move forward with clarity and strength. First, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles says, perseverance in the face of adversity, overcoming frustration related to work. Next, we have the Page of Rods reversed. There we go. Page of Rods reversed. There we go. Opinionated, headstrong, and full of demands. And then last, we have the Devil reversed. You are better able to conquer any weaknesses, even drinking, smoking, gambling, or drug abuse. Light is at the end of the tunnel now as the spiritual unicorn gathers the strength to bring you out of this stagnation period. Whew. The Seven of Pentacles speaks to steady perseverance, reminding you that even when progress feels slow, your efforts are not wasted. Recent work-related frustrations are part of this growth curve, and much of that tension may be linked to the Page of Rods reversed, an opinionated, impulsive presence whose demands and restlessness create unnecessary pressure. Still, hope breaks through with the Devil reversed, signaling liberation and forward motion. You are reclaiming your power, releasing unhealthy coping habits, and seeing patterns clearly at last. This marks the end of stagnation and the beginning of renewed momentum, clarity, and self-trust as you move into a healthier, more empowered phase. That's our tarot. And now, my loves, I'm going to take a sip. And now, my witchlings, let's bring the Oracle and Tarot together into one single clear message, a stream of guidance flowing through each and every card. Drop me a comment and let me know what resonates with you. All right. At the heart of our story is the quiet truth that the feelings are mutual even when circumstances make everything complicated. There's an understanding that it's never over, not because things stay the same, but because unresolved emotions and lessons linger. The Seven of Pentacles asks you to keep going anyway, to trust the slow work of perseverance despite mounting frustration. Much of that strain is amplified by the Page of Rods reversed, an impulsive, demanding energy that stirs impatience and drains momentum. Yet clarity arrives with the Devil reversed, offering release from stagnation, unhealthy coping patterns, and self-sabotage. This is the moment you reclaim your power, accepting that some people never change and choosing growth over repetition. Life moves forward not by erasing the past, but by loosening its grip and stepping into freedom with intention. And that's our reading today, you guys. And now we have our affirmation. I honor my perseverance and trust the slow unfolding of my growth. I release what no longer serves me, reclaim my power, and move forward with clarity, strength, and self-respect. That is our affirmation. I forgot something with the candle. I forgot to add something to the candle today. Madam Adam, who is one of the readers that actually kind of inspired me to do this, amazing reader, lost his husband yesterday to cancer. So I am once again going to say, fuck cancer. All right. Nice. Whoops. I mean, darn. Oh, please. Oh. Snow. Snow. Oh, dear Lord, please don't go ice skating or swimming in the icy canals. Brr. Snow made it for a soft landing. Yeah, I don't think Andrea is exactly cheering for Chloe falling or slipping. I am loving the fact that the ads are appropriate for John today. Yeah. So you got his brain freeze. Nice. We're doing grand here today, y'all. You're doing what with how many gophers? Sorry. All I heard was ads and I'm like, what? Okay. 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 Is that done now? Okay, that works. Yeah. Apparently his dream was to work at Disney World, I think it was, and he managed that. but he lost his battle with cancer yesterday, and I'm actually surprised because I did not realize Madam Adam was married, and B, very heartbroken for them. Which other guy? Oh, Misha. Yes, Misha eloped to Vegas Christmas last year. Yeah. No, yeah, Misha. Oh God, I cannot imagine Misha with tarot cards. That would be. No, Madam Adam is the tough love tarot card reader. Yeah. But yeah, oh man. I'm sure your tushy got a little chilly. Sitting in the snow is not fun. I am pissed. We haven't gotten any snow yet. We've had snow on the mountain-ish across the road from us. We've had some snow on the hills over there. We've had snow up at the damn lake. Have we had snow here? No. Yes, Saucha is our word this week. And yes, clarity. Fuck. Hadn't thought about it, but honestly, I think that everything that is going on actually is intended to bring clarity. I mean, how many people, especially after the incident yesterday here in the States, are finally waking up and seeing what the fuck is actually going on here? See, we actually kind of want it because somebody who is chilled out behind me would absolutely love to go play in the snow with his sister, who really loves the shit too. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm thinking. Furry demons. I have 4 of them. They're rather adorable, but they're furry demons. And the sign in my bathroom says no summoning demons in the bathroom. But if you must, please banish them before you leave. Siblings, man. Siblings. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. My kids like to throw snowballs at me. Oh boy. Whoosh. See, that's the shitty part. That's one of the reasons I'm kind of glad I don't have a car right now, or at least a working car. I don't have to worry about icy, snowy roads. Yule balls. Anyway. Yes. Sorry, the snowballs made me think of the Yule balls. And yeah. Jingle balls, jingle balls. Wish. Yay! Saucha is good. Yes. I can think of worse things to do in school. When we had snow days, we weren't allowed to go play in the snow when we had snow on the playground. They made us stay inside. I was sad. Or no, they didn't want us throwing snowballs that had, pebbles in them at each other. Because we definitely had some kids that would have done that. No, I know you wouldn't. You. Yeah. Yeah, you were usually the one getting the snowballs thrown at you. All right, my loves, let's move on to our self-care cards for today, shall we? Oh, okay. I know. I'm just sitting here dancing to the music. We have Namaste card today. Well, we have it every day, but that's beside the point. Today's Namaste is relax your body. He didn't say it. I'm shocked. Relaxing your body promotes tranquility and, when done before bed, promotes more restful sleep. While in a comfortable position, consciously move through each part of your body and release any tension. Close your eyes and start at the top of your head and forehead. Hold your eyelids together softly, tilt your head back slightly, and straighten your spine. Relax your ears, your mouth, your neck, and your shoulders. Move to your chest, stomach, and your buttocks, thighs, calves, and feet. Stay in this relaxed state for some time before returning to your daily routine, or go right to sleep. For an enhanced experience, imagine your breath entering each part of your body as you release the tension. And that is our Namaste today. Self-compassion. He did that in my ear as I was starting to say it. Our self-compassion. It suggests we enlighten up. Can you recall? Wait, I skipped a line. I'm doing grand. Enlighten up. Can you take a moment to recall the last time you laughed? Can you watch a funny video now or otherwise make yourself smile? No, I didn't just laugh at myself as I started reading it. All right, y'all, that is our self-compassion, and that wraps up our self-care for the day. Well, that was not what I intended to do, but I guess it works. Problem is, where the hell did this... There's the hair tie. Nope. I need the hair tie. I need it back in my hair because I am not doing this with my hair down. There we go. Sorry. There we go. That's better. All right, witchlings. How are we doing out there? We're doing stellar in here, I tell you what. Step into DieTheYogaWitch.shop where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. Browse my handmade intention-infused jewelry and then snuggle up with Die the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, pet clothing, and more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, maybe even your familiar, and bring a little witchy sparkle into your daily life. That is DieTheYogaWitch.shop. Now, if you are enjoying this podcast and would like to step just a smidge bit deeper into the coven, consider clicking on that join button and becoming a member of the channel. There are some amazing perks for all of my witchlings with levels starting at just $1 a month. Also, a reminder that you can help this channel for free by subscribing and sharing this video with a friend. Please tell your friends about us here. I really, really, really appreciate all of your support. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. All right, now, back to the show. The only reason my hair isn't braided today is I was running a little bit later than I wanted to be going to my appointment this morning. And then I got home from it and somebody, who shall remain nameless, decided they needed to go back outside, which then triggered the other two wanting to go back outside. So it has been a day. As far as what would Mr. Fuzzy Butts look like with a veil on, considering the look he gave me when I put the bunny ears on him and then again when I got the crab hat for him, I would have to sleep with both eyes open for a while. He's a good cat, though. I love my Fuzzy Butt. Where is the furry little demon bastard? Is he curled up in the warm bed? All right. All right, my witchlings, it is time for the Sanskrit bit. Our word of the week is Saucha, and we embody Saucha today by choosing clarity without turning away. In the aftermath of the Minnesota ICE murder, Saucha asks us to clear lies, euphemism, and silence out of our hearts. We ground our bodies so grief does not become numbness. We speak truth cleanly. We care for one another very deliberately. Purity here is moral clarity, refusing to let violence be normalized and letting compassion guide our actions. That's our Sanskrit for today. That was cold-blooded, point-blank range murder, my friend. If you haven't watched the video and watched it in slow motion to see that the SOB was firing through the driver's side window, which means absolutely no chance he was in danger, then you might want to. Trust me. I am a cop's kid. I am a veteran. I am a military brat and grand brat. I know the rules of engagement. And if people from other countries are seeing that it was fucking murder, it was fucking murder. Oh, honey. Burr, chilies. How would you like me to restore faith in magic with a personal story? Distractions. Let me know and we'll probably touch on it. Honey, her wheels were turned away from him. She was trying to escape them. Because A, they first started advancing on her, telling her to get out of here. After about 3 steps, that became get out of the car. And then when they reached the car, he grabbed the handle and tried to yank her door open. She was the one in fear for her life, and obviously rightly so. She tried to drive away, which is what, by the way, they had told her to do in the first place. And they opened fire. Shot her point blank in the head 4 times. Once through the front, 3 more times through the driver's side window. As she was driving past them. Because she had turned her wheels to go away from them. Trust me, I watched that fucking video about 15 different times yesterday. Oh, as for supernatural in my life, let's see. My favorite story is, okay, go ahead and let it play. Go ahead and let the ads play. Yes, we have. They do. Yep, and that is the end of this topic. The woman deserves more respect than she is getting. All right. In just a moment, we will discuss our goddess of the day that I need to send to my cousin. Those were not police officers. Those were ICE agents who, by the way, they are A, not trained properly. B, their jurisdiction only has to do with undocumented immigrants. They are not even allowed to pull a car over unless they have very, very clear indication that there is an undocumented person inside that vehicle. They are not allowed to detain anyone for any reason unless they are, again, undocumented. She was a white American citizen who was doing something very much legal. She was observing. Yes, I do have a ghost story. I don't know if I could really say anything happens, but I do have a story, and we will get to that. By the way, for Jimmy Dean's sake, I will once again say I am a cop's kid. I am a veteran of our military service. I am a veteran's child, sister, niece, grandchild, and ex-wife 3 times over. She lived there, you dumbass. Those were her neighbors who saw this happen to her in their neighborhood. What? Am I not supposed to be in my neighborhood because I have a Mexican family that lives next door? Am I not supposed to be in my hometown because the dominant people in my hometown are Mexican and Russian? Was I not supposed to have attended my high school because the majority of the students in my high school were Mexican or Russian? Out of my senior class of about 150 people, I think 30 of us were white. So should I have not attended that school? Because obviously, it wasn't a white kids' school. No, they don't have any authority, my friend. Again, I am law enforcement family. I know this shit. How many cops do you have in your family? How many military members do you have in your family? How many ICE agents do you have in your family? They are not. They are not federal agents. Literally, the only jurisdiction they have is over undocumented immigrants. They are not supposed to interact with anyone who is an American citizen. I've been doing my research for the last 24 hours. I know of what I speak. I'm not blowing smoke. Very true distractions. It has been, we are 9 days into the new year, 8 days into the new year. And we've already had how many atrocities done by our government? I am ashamed to be an American at this point. I don't talk about shit I don't know about. On that note, my loves, it is now time, my witchlings, for us to find out who our goddess of the day is. She is a divine presence goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch. I know. All right, my witchlings, it is time to honor our goddess of the day, a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us. Today's goddess is Janna. Janna, the Roman goddess whose name means luminous sky, brings lunar clarity, heightened perception, and quiet insight as the new year unfolds. Closely associated with Juno and Diana, she was traditionally invoked before any important undertaking, asked to illuminate intention before action. Her symbols, the moon and silver, reflect her power to sharpen awareness and guide discernment, and offerings of wine, incense, and barley honored her role as a threshold guardian between darkness and understanding. To align with Janna today, wear silver-toned jewelry or clothing to draw her attention. For guidance, step outside with a silver-colored coin, hold it to the moon, and recite, Janna, through the darkness and through the day, light my path and guide my way. Carry this token and touch it whenever your judgment feels uncertain. To deepen lunar sensitivity and intuition, burn jasmine or another sweet incense and meditate, visualizing moonlight filling your third eye. If it helps, chant Janna, Juno, Diana, awake in me. Afterward, record any sensations or insights that arise. That's our goddess. I really, really, really need to get over being fucking creeped out every time I talk about the goddess Diana. It's weird. Anyway, my friends, it is now time for our little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. Oh, we have a quote from Wu Tzu and a quote from Philip Kaplow. Wudzu says, talking about Zen all the time is like looking for fish tracks in a dry riverbed. Better than fish fingers and custard. Philip Kaplow says, reading about enlightenment is like scratching an itch through your shoe. That's our moment of Zen today, my loves. All right. And now we have our closing blessing. I leave you, my loves, with this. May you be gently released from what has held you in place. May clarity replace confusion and patience soften the long road behind you. May your perseverance be rewarded, your spirit feel unburdened, and your next steps be guided by self-trust, freedom, and quiet grace. So it is. And now, my loves, my witchlings, my dears, it is time for us to wrap up our show for today. So here we go. And with the extinguishing of our candle, our sacred circle is now open. We extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for joining us here today. All right, y'all. Before we go, please remember that this space exists because of the Witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here yet, just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole lot of love. So please do us the favor of liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to this channel. Also, you can join our channel as a Witchling member. So please like, share, subscribe, join the channel, and then tell a friend about us here, would ya? Aye. And now, my darlings, my witchlings, let's go out there, and I mean this from the absolute bottom of my heart today. Go out there, spread love, spread joy, spread kindness, because there is enough darkness and hate and ick out there in this world. Please let us choose to be steady lights for those finding their way through that darkness. Be sure you tell your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, or claws, that they matter to you. Because time moves faster than any of us realize, and those chances to say I love you are never guaranteed. And if you guys take one thing and one thing only away from everything that we do here every day, please let it be that you always, always, always remember. You are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real, even if you haven't figured out what it is yet. I was 45 before I found mine. I love you guys so very much. You are the best part of my day. Namaste, my witchlings.